Hey my loves, today I've got a bit of a long promised video for you. It's my Shopping My Stash Products I've Rediscovered video. As you know, I've been doing Project 10 Pan. I'm up to 8 items now. And one of the things I've learned through the course of doing Project 10 Pan is how much really good stuff I actually own and I'm ignoring. I tend to buy new things as opposed to looking through what I've actually got. So yeah, these are just some of the products that I've rediscovered and used over the past few months. I'm going to split this video into two parts because it's going to be a bit long, and I'm also going to do some blog posts to go alongside the video with better swatches and better photographs of the products, so I'll link those below when they go live. So yeah, watch the videos and read the blog posts alongside them, and then you'll have a better idea. As I say, first video is going to be eye products and bits and bobs. So we'll get started. Lots to get through. First up, eyeshadows, obviously. I have so many eyeshadows, it's untrue. And the products I've generally been looked at and gone back to have been drugstore items. The first one I've got is something I got in a swap from the lovely Michelle at Lipstick Rules. We've swapped quite a few times now, and yeah, she's a lovely girl, and we really have some good swaps and things, and she always sends me some fabulous things. But the thing is, when you get something new, as I've said, you tend to use it and then get something new and then relegate it to the back of the drawer. But I've got a few things out that Michelle sent me again, and I've really been loving them. First up, it's an eyeshadow palette by Maybelline. It's the Maybelline Eye Studio Quad in 60, which is Spirited Seas. Here's what it looks like. Basically, you've got a really neutral beige, which as you can see is the most used colour, a lovely pale shimmery blue, a darker blue, and a lovely bronze, golden bronze colour. I have to say I've been using the two neutral shades more than anything. Let me see that. You can't really see it probably too well, but as I say, better swatches on my blog. But it's just a really nice go-to quad, and I've used that quad an awful lot lately. So yeah, love that. Another thing also from Michelle is a NYX trio, NYX, and this is one of their eyeshadow trios for sexy babes eyes only. Yeah, I don't know if I fall into that, but still. And it is TS3 0A, and it's called In the Woods. And excuse the manky applicator, I do sometimes use them. And you can see it's just 3 neutrals. I know why this one got relegated. It's because I got my Urban Decay Naked palette, and this contains very similar colours. But I have to say, this is a really nice trio. Apart from the obvious, one of my pans came loose, but never mind, I can just stick that back in or depot it. And really nice shades. I mean, this one, I have to say, this is one of my favourites. It's a lovely, like, taupey colour. And again, it's got one of the creamy highlight shades. So I really like this, and I've used this an awful lot in the past few months especially. So I really like that, and they're really good. Obviously, we can get NYX in the UK now. I think they've got their own UK website, but it's much more expensive. So if you can get it from the US, still try to get it from the US or Canada. But love that. And finally, another 2 things from Michelle. And again, they're by Maybelline Eye Studio. Now, we're just starting to get some of the Maybelline Eye Studio range in the UK. And I know we can get these products now, but I've never seen these particular colours. Now, what colour is this one? It is the Maybelline Eye Studio Duos. I think they're called the Mineralized Duos. And this is 50 Tantalising Teal. I'm actually wearing this one today. There, that's what it looks like. So you get sort of like a lovely teal shade. Let me see that there. And then you get sort of one of the baked mineralised side, which has bits of purple, navy blue and white in. I've worn that quite a few times when I just want a splash of colour, basically. When you mix that side all together, it goes like a really dark shimmery blue, which is really nice. And obviously the teal's a great colour for, I don't know, just brightening your eyes up. So again, I've used that a lot. I'll tell you a bit more about them later on in this video in conjunction with something else. And the other one is 80 Sinful Cinnamon. Again, you can see I've used that one quite a lot as well. You get a sort of lovely dark burgundy brown shade, which obviously with a bit of shimmer, which is gorgeous. And you get like a really neutral shade, which is probably the shade I've used more often. It's sort of peaches, nudes. It's like a highlight shade, which is really pretty. So definitely recommend those. I've seen a few colours in the UK which I might like, and I mean, obviously being Maybelline, they're pretty affordable, so definitely recommend those. Next is something that actually looks a bit mank, I have to say, and I bought it a little while ago in Superdrug, and it is Famous by Sue Moxley. Shuamura-esque packaging, which is a bit crap if I'm being honest. The label's all gone off and the label's peeling off the back. But it's basically a lovely colour eyeshadow. I'm trying to see what colour it is. Eyeshadow Shimmer Shade 2, so it doesn't have a name. And there, you can just see it there, it's like a sort of silvery taupe shade. Really pretty colour. Really pretty shimmer. It looks a bit rank because I've actually been using it wet, because to like create a foil effect. But I mean, that was pretty reasonable. And I did, as I say, I bought one of these for me, and I think I've got one for Michelle as well, and for a swap. And I used it a couple of times and never thought anything else of it, but it's something that I've dug out and I've really liked. Whether I'd buy any more, I don't know, because the packaging, as I say, is a bit crappy. And you do have to scrape a layer off the eyeshadow, I think I found as well. But I've found using it where it gives it a lot more pigmentation, but I have been using it a lot and I have liked the effect it's given. Right, next up. This seems a lot of products when you start, but I'm going through it pretty fast here. It's something I bought on my holidays last year, only duty free. And it is one of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place eyeshadow creams, and this is 06 Ivory Lace. Now, I got this because I'd never seen them before and I love cream eyeshadows, so I thought I'd give it a go. I got it, gave it a go, loved it, bought something else, never moved on. But earlier than this year, MAC released a collection called Champagne, and in it there was a paint pot called Chilled on Ice, which I really, really wanted. They described it as sort of a shimmery gold, white gold beige, and I really loved it and I really wanted it. Looked at swatches, drooled, thought, can I do it? No, can't break Project Tanpan. And then I found this. And this was something obviously I already had in my stash. That's what it looks like. And from the swatches, whilst not being identical, it was near enough the same not to justify buying anything else. So I'll show you what this looks like. You can just see it there, it's just like a really nude sort of shimmery colour. And it is so pretty, and I'm led to believe it's actually nicer than it'll be nicer than Chilled on Ice, because Chilled on Ice had glitter in it. So I really like that. I'm really pleased I've got that. These are actually really good. They literally, you can't get these off with water, you have to scrub them off. And they do a few other shades, so I really would probably like another one, two of those. And the next item is another cream shadow, but different texture of a cream shadow. And I got this with a swap from a lovely Italian lady called Lydia. Alice in the New Wonderland is a YouTube, I think it's a YouTube channel and a blog, but I'll link below. And she's a lovely lady. We've done a lot of swaps and competition, we've run each other's giveaways and things like that. And she's just a lovely girl. And I got this in a swap with her a little while ago, and it's by an Italian brand called Kiko, I think that's right. And it is one of their Sun Mist eyeshadows in 04 Light Green. And I love green eyeshadows. Everyone said, oh, you've got green eyes. I was always told you've got green eyes, you can't wear green eyeshadow. That is wrong. I find some shades of green actually bring out the colours in my eyes, which is brilliant. I love that. And this is what it looks like. It's a really bright goldy green. It looks a bit limey actually there, but you can see that there. And it is a lovely shade. I mean, you can see the gold bits when you wiggle in reflection, but I think it is such a pretty colour, and I've been using that a lot with two eyeshadows which I'm going to review on my blog soon by Lacura at Aldi. And I've been using that as like a base, as a contour colour with that, and it's really worked very well, so that's something I've rediscovered. So that's it with the eye products. Not as many as I initially thought. I mean, obviously I've used lots of other things, but they're the things that have really stood out and I've actually used quite a lot. Next up, just a couple of little sort of miscellaneous things that don't really fit into my lips and cheeks category. First up, this MAC Fix Plus, and it is the rose variant, which came out with Rose Romance, so it smells like roses. And I bought this, as everyone says, to set sort of freshen your makeup up and all the rest of it. And I thought, yeah, that's fair enough, but I could do that with water, so it wasn't really that great, and I didn't really use it much. And then I thought, ooh, then somebody says you can use it to foil eyeshadows, so I gave it a go, and you certainly can, and I've been doing that an awful lot, and I thought it's given a really good effect. Now, it actually works better with, say, baked eyeshadows like the MAC Mineralized or these Maybelline Eye Studio ones. So I've used it a lot with those. And I've also used it with, I've got two MAC eyeshadows, Idealized and Sumptuous Olive, which are nearing the end of their life, shall we say. So what I've done, I've put them in a separate palette away from my main palette, and I've actually just been dampening them down. And it doesn't actually do the best of good on normal eyeshadows, but the effect is amazing, and it makes such a nice foiled effect. So I've been using that a lot with those two, and I've also, obviously, hence the sad state of this one, the Famous by Sue Moxley one, I've also been using it with that. Hence you can see some of it's gone a little bit strange on the top. Right, let's see if I can get some off. See what's that one. Try and show you. I've done something better on my blog where you can actually see some different befores and afters. But as you can see, if you the effect is much stronger when you mix it with Fix Plus, and when you put it on your eyes, especially if you're using like a high metallic shadow, you can see better on my fingers actually. It gives a really sort of almost foiled effect, and I've really enjoyed using that for that, and it's just sort of bringing things to life. And a couple of like the MAC Mineralized eyeshadows I had that I wasn't really getting a lot of use out of then, I've sort of revived them by doing foiling. It doesn't make it last as quite as long as you would hope. I mean, obviously I still use an eye base underneath it, and it does crease a little bit, but it just gives such a pretty effect if it's like just a short-term usage. So to be honest, that's what I've been using this for, and despite the smell, I had no irritation on my eyes or anything like that. The final product is something a bit strange, and it's actually a concealer trio. And basically what it was, when I started Project Tempan, I hadn't been long back from holidays, so I had a bit more of a colour, I had a bit of a tan, so I used a different concealer palette. And over the past few months, well, I would even say up until about a month and a half ago, my skin had been so good, I hadn't really been using concealer. Whatever reason, whether it was because of hospital, what have you, my skin had actually gone drier, so I wasn't getting as many spots or anything. So I didn't really use concealer. But over the past month, I've had to use concealer again. As you can see, I've got some very attractive little boo-boos on my chin. So I've brought this product back out again, and it is the No. 7 Trio Concealer. And basically it's quite a pale one. The dark shade isn't really that dark, if we're being honest, but it's perfect for my sort of winter tone skin, and I can bring the dark one in a bit in sort of this early part of the summer. So I've really been using this, as you can see I've hit pan. I've been using this quite a bit, and it's not the best concealer in the world, but it's been pretty good, and it's done what I've wanted it to do. As I say, the spots I've got on my chin today are probably the worst I've had for easily 3-4 months. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, but strange for a Rediscovered product to be a concealer, but in my case it has been. I hope you found that useful. I've kind of dashed through this a bit, but obviously check my blog out. I'll leave a link to the post below so you can see better swatches and a little bit more about the products. I'll also link to Lydia and to Michelle as well, so you can check out their blogs and so on. So yeah, I'm going to film the next, to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to film the next part of this video today, so I'll be wearing different clothes. But the next part will be products I've rediscovered shopping my stash, lips and cheeks. So it's going to be lipsticks, blushes and things like that. So yeah, that's quite a lot in that one as well, so it's probably best that I split them up. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye!